Okay, YouTube, this is Acid Roots. I've got 12 Stone's new album, which is Picture Perfect. This just came out yesterday, July 14th. So, thing was they kind of took some time off. I think they dropped an EP somewhere between 2012 and 17. Yeah, well, no, they didn't. So, there's really only been two projects within the past 6 years from them, and this would be the third one. So I was pretty glad about this. I kind of forgot, but I did review Beneath the Scars, and it had some hits on there. I was new to Christian rock at the time, but I kind of messed with a few folks. I think these guys were one of them. I messed with like Brian Head Welsh, and that was kind of what got me started on some of the Christian rock. And the thing about a lot of these, there was another one that I bought, but I don't remember what it was. Like, yeah, like that was something from back in February or something like that that I did. But I've done at least three or four Christian rock albums. This is probably the next one up. And the thing is that I've noticed about it is it's actually not tame. So you think that it's just a bunch of knit together songs that have, the knife is dulled, but it doesn't appear that way, and it basically isn't for that matter. I mean, this album has a lot of sharp songs on here, and obviously, if you're looking for a more wholesome experience, it provides that as well. So that's something to expect. And really, my only complaint with this project was just the fact that it didn't really have a huge ton of charting songs to really support it. I don't like I go to Wikipedia and I don't see the songs. Like, the website has not even updated the charting for uh, Picture Perfect, so it only goes as far as 2012. So I have no clue if it charted on the United States rock charts or the Christian rock charts or anything like that. So I guess I'll have to do a little bit further research to really know. But as it were, from what I gathered, the the single that they released from this project was Picture Perfect, the title track, and that's also the most popular song on Spotify. So I said, that song, when I first reviewed it or listened to it, I thought, yeah, kind of reminds me of something Papa Roach would do, but then, or Trapped or Alien Ant Farm would do. But the best songs on the project are actually not the single. So there's songs like Hey Man, How Long, Blessing. These all happen to have time. Even some of these happen to have a real rock based sound. I mean, some of them did remind me a lot of Papa Roach, but then I appreciated the guitar work that they did with this. And yeah, I mean, it stands up. It may not be the fiercest thing you've ever heard, but just for in a semi-regular occasion, it'd probably work out. So this felt like backyard music to me, and I mean, there were some other type songs on here like Hello Suicide, the Lurlin song number 8, and I think Voodoo Doll. Some of these, they kind of took some different approaches, but I almost think that they're not just like, they seem alternative metal somewhat, but I also want to say that they're alternative rock as well. So that kind of encompasses that. So you're going to be getting some of those songs. But probably the favorite songs I had on here were Blessing, Hey Man, and How Long. Those all felt like songs that probably could have done pretty well on the radio. And I mean, Picture Perfect kind of has a rock, kind of gets further rock as the song goes on, but it just didn't seem as flashy. So I don't know if people are going to sum this up and say, well, I didn't even hear it. I didn't even realize it came out. Obviously, if we're going to get albums like this, I don't have a problem reviewing them, but I'm just trying to figure out, how the rest of the audience is going to respond to it. That's about the only thing. So obviously I'm here to help with that, but it just makes me wonder because you know, uh, Sum 41 and a lot of albums have been coming out recently and they've only been getting to like the second single or sometimes only the first. So this is strange. I know some of these guys have been here for 15 years, but I just expect most times, you can't really tell that an album's out if there's not an extra song or two. But the music is still good. So that takes priority. And, I've got a good 4 or 5 songs on here that I actually enjoy out of 12, probably 5 or 6 actually. I mean, there's a lot of rock songs on here, and I do mean like more metal based sound songs, but I'm just trying to figure out if I'm a hardcore fan or if this is, palatable for uh, casual listeners. So, songs I recommend are The Killer, Blessing, Nothing to Say, Time, Picture Perfect, Memphis, Hey Man, and How Long. So that's 2/3 of the album. I actually did enjoy this more than I thought I would, and so that leads to say this album's gonna get a 7, and yes, I mean that's about the only thing is just whether or not this is too hardcore of an album. But yeah, 8 out of 12, you really can't go wrong with that. I should give it a 7.5, but you get the idea. So yeah, I'll give it a 7.5. Just I'm chipper, so I'll do that. And really the only thing, the social score is just probably like a 3 or a 4 out of 10, just because the single wasn't there. But obviously the music is good, so if that's all you care about, then this is a field day, and it should be. But subscribe for more fun. This is their newest album, and um, it's a good sequel to Beneath the Scars.